Hey folks, welcome to part 2 of what's required to have what you desire. I'm here in Cherry Creek, Colorado tonight, and this in part 2 we're going to do a quick review on the 5 elements from Dain Heers, which you can find in his book Being You, Change the World. And these are the 5 elements to change or have anything in your life. And I'm recognizing how many different places people can use these tools if they desire, to have quick change on anything. You can apply this to anything. So let me go through the 5 pieces first. Or the 5 elements. These are 1, making a demand of yourself to have it, which we discussed last night. 2, asking a question, what it's going to take for it to show up, or what it is you actually have to be for it to show up. And then where we're going to start tonight, which is demand, question, possibilities. The possibilities show up. After possibilities, you have choice, and then part 5 is contribution. So let's start with number 3, which is possibilities. So once you've made a demand of yourself, and you're just like, whatever it takes, I'm going to be this energy, because being that energy will actually bring it into your world, the opposite of how the world around you actually works. Once that choice is made, let's say it's $100,000 or a new car, as we discussed before, then what's going to happen is you're going to have to ask some questions. And the first question is, what would it take for this to show up in my life with total ease? Okay, good questions, right? Third part is, once you ask a question has an interesting quality to it. As children, we pretty much have been shut out of our entire questionary skill set and capacities since we were kids. You know, me growing up as a very religious person, anytime you ask a question, there was automatically something considered to be wrong with you. You know, and it's like, if you don't have an answer to it, then just be quiet and you'll be called upon when we want to talk to you. So how many of you out there have had that happen, where you remember when you were shorter and you had something really important to say because you were having some awareness, and your parents are like, no, your awareness isn't important. You were totally invalidated at that point. Now, if that's the case, this is your chance to get your question back on so the possibilities can show up. So what happens when you ask a question is awesome. You ask a question and possibilities show up. Awarenesses pop up. Things will show up in your mind. As things show up, what's happened is question literally opens new doors and windows that have never been opened before. Literally, it's a magic tool. So asking a question. So let's say it was that $100,000 you were looking for, and you demand of yourself to be $100,000, and you ask a question, how's this going to show up? The possibilities that pop into your head right away, even if they seem really weird, you know, maybe the first thing you think about is, let's say you were a painter as a kid. You loved to finger paint or something, like that. And if something like that pops up, go take a step toward that finger painting thing. That's how you actually use the element of question. So question, possibilities show up. And then when the possibilities show up, it's going to bring up the next part, which is called choice. Choice. This is so big because it's such an easy one. All these possibilities and things you desire in your life are waiting for you to choose something so that they can open up new windows, possibilities, and vistas in your future. But how many of us are doing the exact opposite thing? We're like, well, I'll choose something after the possibilities show up. It doesn't work that way. Which is why if you're feeling stuck around something, why you're still feeling stuck, okay? So what happens is you ask a question, you watch the possibilities show up, i.e. awarenesses, thoughts come into your mind and so forth. Oh, I should call this person or that. And then whatever they are, whatever comes up, just choose it. Choose it. Choose it means, okay, I'm going to choose that. I'm going to be the energy of it and ask what it's going to take, what I can do with that energy that just came up, or that logistical piece. So let's say it is call one of your friends. You know, a friend comes to mind after you're asking about these things. So give them a call. Get on the phone. This is your action. Humanoids, you know, the creative bunch of us, the biggest thing we don't want to do is go into action. And while there's nothing wrong with that, the problem is that as humanoids, we know things can just like happen like that through magic, but we're forgetting we have bodies and we live on planet Earth, and this is a doing place. So if you're willing to do something, that's where the magic starts to happen. Now, do equates to choose in the humanoid terms. Short and sweet, humanoids are the super creative ones that are always judging themselves as terribly wrong. And humans are the ones that usually try to control the world around them with their judgments and are just fine to keep doing the same thing over and over. So you can ask, am I a humanoid or am I a human? And Adam, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. We got a few other people jumping on here. Megan, hey Megan. So we're up to the point we're at choice. So as soon as you choose, then the possibilities can actualize in your world. So what choice can you make here around something seemingly so insignificant that would literally open up a different possibility for you? Okay? So we've got possibilities and choice. So once again, our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s are make a demand to yourself, whatever it is. Let's say it's a new home. You know, you want a place that's really kind and caring and nurturing to you. Choose it and be the energy that you would be in that home, and allow it to bask you and just fill your life up and soothe your body and, you know, fill your senses with the delight of being alive. And then the second piece is ask a question. What's it going to take for this to happen for me? Third piece, be aware of the possibilities that show up. Fourth piece, choose, i.e. take action on those. And the last two, which are contribute and demand consciousness be part of your life. We're going to talk more about those on tomorrow's call. And I'd love to hear from any of you if anybody's got any questions. This would be a great place to answer them, because I did shotgun through quite a bit of this tonight because I'm racing back to get to a restaurant where I have a party of kind friends that I asked to show up recently. You know, go figure. Demand to be a kind friend, ask for them, and they show up. What? Yeah. So does anyone have any questions? Love to hear them if you guys do. Your questions actually are usually something that someone else isn't willing to ask, that you can actually contribute to their futures by asking for you. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe, maybe not. It's Friday. Everybody's having fun. Okay. All right. So my question for you, my friends, is if you were willing to use the 5 elements of creation, what would show up in your life right away that you've been asking for forever? Yeah. How much fun would that be? Yeah. Ask and receive. They hid it in the Bible. Hello, for good reasons. Nobody believed it. Okay, you guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for being on. If there's anything you can use in this video that you can apply to your life right away, that'll change something for you, please do it. Please be kind to yourself, because that's the kindness the planet needs from you. Thank you guys. Bye.